Testing 1 2, testing 1 2.
Hello Gemini moon people, welcome to your December new moon reading from the Great Mother Speaks Oracle deck. This deck is based on the 49 scenes of the Wizard of Oz, and it's about the heroes, the heroine's journey of release, of grieving, of letting go. We in our culture today do not have rituals anymore that allow us to let go of what no longer serves us in order for us to step into new things. Our transformational processes are many times retarded or halted altogether because we do not have a technicolor world in which to clearly examine what we're experiencing. Little cryptic, isn't it? Wanted to say that to you, Gemini moon people, because your messages from Great Mother have been quite cryptic over the last couple of months. I would say the last reading, your full moon reading, was something like identify and define your beauty. And so in this new moon in Sagittarius and Capricorn, for you, this is 7th, 8th house energy, and that is because we look at both the sidereal Vedic Jyotish astrology and the Western tropical astrology because we are lunar oriented. These readings from Great Mother have to do with the lights and the shadows. She speaks to us through our shadows, our intuition, what we know, we know, we know. She is the still small voice of the Holy Spirit, the comforter, that loving voice persuading us to peace. And so we see the dark shadow there. We see the light of the sun being reflected through the various phases. Now this phase of the new moon is completely dark, and so it's completely Great Mother energy. It's very deep, and so this deep energy is the Jyotish, it's the sidereal, it is the lunar astrology, which is astronomically correct. It is cosmically oriented and calculated. This is the Vedic astrology. In Vedic astrology, this new moon is on the cusp of Scorpio and Sagittarius. We're looking at the Sagittarius soulful moon for you, Gemini. It's in the 7th house. That has to do with relationships, partnerships. It has to do with us being able to make commitments, us being able to make formal contracts, us having the fortitude to really assert what it is we want and what we need in life. And so for this new moon period, the sun expression is being reflected as Capricorn, and so that ego energy, that great father energy, that sunlight, which is wanting to come through and wanting to express itself through 8th house energy, which has to do with rejuvenation, which has to do with rebirth. It also has to do with, once we have made those commitments and expressed those wants and desires, how we are managing our relationships, and particularly those resources that we gain from the augmented energy that we share with others. Having said that, Gemini, and with your management of polar energies internally through your moon sign, that lunar energy of how you feel, your emotions, what you're thinking, what you know. Let's see what Great Mother is saying to you. Great Mother's coming through, and she is saying that right now, and since the last first quarter moon, which was right before the full moon, so you might want to look at that full moon video when she was encouraging you to identify and define your beauty, because this card, Yemiya, the Yoruba goddess of the water, the ocean, the depths of internal awareness and release, is coming through to let you know that right now you are, or since right before the full moon, you have been facing a challenge. You've been making a decision about how to act on this challenge. It's been a challenge because you're having difficulty releasing old ideas, behaviors, and relationships from the past which no longer serve you. So as we're saying with this deck, Great Mother Speaks, based on the 49 scenes of the Wizard of Oz, and taking that journey, your hero's journey, which is about you being able to take your power back and bring the gifts from your journey back to those in the homestead. You're at the place in that journey where you're needing to just surrender. You're needing to give up what you think you have to do in order to make progress on this journey. It may be something just as simple as you're tired, but the overall energy from this card has to do with not letting go or not being able to let go of habits, maybe addictions from the past. Maybe you're wanting to switch into a different lifestyle. You're wanting to let go of overeating. You're wanting to let go of not exercising. You're wanting to let go of not following your dreams, but you can't because it's too ingrained, the behavior is too ingrained. What Great Mother's coming through and she's saying is that it's time to surrender what you think you need to do and just ask for help. Just ask for help. Just pray and ask for help to release those things. Great Mother's coming through and she's saying that this is heart chakra energy. This has to do with the crossroads of the ego and the soul. And so since we're talking about partnerships and relationships, maybe it's not being able to release a distrust. Maybe it's not being able to release an expectation of a partner that they clearly cannot fulfill. Maybe it's some quality that you're wanting in someone that they're just not being able to fulfill, but you know that the relationship is solid. You know it's what you want. This is a heart issue. The heart chakra has to do with us opening ourselves to new experiences, and that's what Great Mother is saying. You don't see it right now, and so don't force it. Don't force the funk. Just surrender to where you are right now, Gemini moon people. Maybe it's actually contractual in terms of a job, and you're not wanting to see this through because, again, an expectation is not being met, or there is some type of behavior you're not able to let go of, an expectation of what the job should be, that is just causing you to have a Capricornian, okay? And so I'm picking up this card again because it's half light and it's half darkness, and so it has both of the energies, the Sagittarius and the Capricorn energy in it. And so you're wanting to make the decision to go forward and to act on what you know about your expectations and turn things upside down. You know, you're ready to transform your situation right now. But Great Mother is saying, just surrender that, okay? And you actually are feeling that way. This is a moon sign reading, and so this is how you're feeling. This is what you know. And so Great Mother's coming through and confirming that. She's saying the transformative opportunity for you is that you are going to resurrect. You are going to be reborn in the law of destiny and free will. That's the fifth chakra card, the double yang, single yin card, that is saying that as you move forward and you see that through surrender you will be recharged and regenerated, double yang, you'll receive double energy. You're going to be speaking your needs and your wants into existence. This is where your resurrection is going to come. It's not going to come by some prolonged process or drawn out expectation of, okay, this strategy and how this should be and how it should. It's going to be downloaded to you. This is the third quarter moon, and this moon's period is what we have gone through about a week ago, right before this new moon. And this is the moon of release, forgiveness, and of letting go. And so as you have done that over this last week, you are activating the law of ego form of destiny and free will. The law of destiny and free will says that there is a soul destiny that we have, and it will be manifested through our acting. But the acting that needs to happen through here is through speaking. It is through listening to what you've downloaded and intuitively acting on that. So in order for you to do that, there has to be a surrender, a choice, a decision. That's the first quarter moon. That's what it's about, to face the challenge in that way. Open your heart to doing that. Gemini moon people. Open your heart to receiving the information easily and effortlessly through the law of destiny and free will. It is destiny that you will receive the information that you need to move forward, but it is your free will to do that. And that might be difficult for you to do because you do have challenges differentiating between useful and effective communication and just communicating just to be communicating sometimes. And so in this intuitive space of relationship, your soul is really wanting to hone in on that, Gemini moon people, and really wanting to focus in on, what it requires for you to feel fulfilled right now. And you know what that is. You know what you know about what commitments you want to make. You know what's not working for you. That's why you're wanting to act with that Capricorn new moon energy. You're wanting to have a clean slate, which is what the new moon represents in regard to that 8th house energy, regenerating, rebirthing, resurrecting into something new. But what Great Mother is saying is that it's just a matter of you speaking what you know. You speaking what you know. Hearing the truth also is 5th chakra. Sometimes we forget the 5th chakra includes ears. It's the 5th chakra is ear, nose, throat, doctor. And so sometimes it's just hearing the truth. And sometimes surrender means actually listening to what's being said to you so that you can open your heart to what is true for you, Gemini moon people. This is identifying, defining your beauty from the illumination of the full moon into actually going into yourself on a deeper level as a result of having done that. Because what Great Mother doesn't want you to overlook is that this new moon card, Sophia, is all about that wisdom that you have. That heart wisdom. You have the heart wisdom. She's encouraging you to trust it, surrender to that heart wisdom. That is what is going to resurrect you from the ashes of what is not fulfilling you in terms of whatever this commitment or whatever this partnership is that is needing to be released. Okay, that's the release moon. And so since we are in the new moon, this is the release moon. About a week ago, you've probably already undergone those steps to do that. It maybe has been an emotional roller coaster. Some painful experiences maybe have happened, or you were anticipating that, which is why you're not wanting to surrender. But Great Mother is encouraging you to do that, because trusting your heart wisdom is going to be exactly what is needed to overcome the fear that you have. Trusting that inner wisdom. And so Kali, the Hindu goddess of transforming fear, is what your inner wisdom, this Sagittarius Capricorn new moon, is offering you. This is the new moon card. And so your inner wisdom, your heart wisdom, Gemini moon people, what you know, which needs to be spoken in order for your resurrection to come through your own free will. You're going to transform that fear, that apprehension you have about surrendering to it, into a wonderful new life for yourself that is going to reground you in new ways. This is a root chakra card. And so root chakra first quarter is saying you're going to be able to make a decision, a choice, to face a challenge in a new way. You're going to reground yourself. You're going to plant a new seed, and you're going to be able to see that seed grow from what's in your heart. Great Mother is saying, trust that. Trust that. There's some fear about trusting that, but when you do, you're going to completely dissolve and transform it, Gemini moon people. Just trust that. You have those polarity energies within you and an ability to work with the yin and yang. And that's really what it is. You have this yin and yang energy and a tremendous amount of support in this Sagittarius new moon that is going to allow you to create new relationships in new, more profound ways that will make your rebirth and to your personality, your physicality in this world worthwhile to you. I want you to realize how much you are loved by Great Mother, and to always remember that she loves you, and I do too. Thanks for watching. Be blessed.
I am Great Mother, Holy Spirit, Yin, Divine Mother, Cosmic Womb, Deep Space, the Moon, Dark Matter, the Void, the Black Hole, Hathor, Isis.